Alright, we're back with the next tutorial. This one's going to be about ores and smelting. What you can do with what and how. Now, it's actually kind of silly of me putting down these ores because, well, those ones in particular, because they're already sort of set up like that. You'll see in a moment. Okay, redstone comes out as a lot of sort of mini redstones. Diamond comes out like this. Just sort of giving you a preview of what everything looks like. And as you can see, gold comes out as the ore version. Now, I'll explain that to you in a couple of moments. I'll just show you. Now, iron and gold are the only things that actually do that. So, next thing we need to do is make a furnace. Now, that will be repeated in home luxuries, so I'll make a furnace. Alright, you may have noticed this go out a bit. I forgot to put cobblestone in the inventory, so I had to get some myself. Now, a furnace is made exactly the same way you would make a mental blank here. Hold on. It's made exactly the same way you'd make a chest, a box. That thing there, which gives off its own light, and it's creepy. Okay. Now, the thing about furnace is you can use a couple of things to burn whatever you're trying to smelt. Now, usually this will be ore. You can't smelt much more than ore, except food. That will come up in the food gathering section, which I'm going to have. So I will give you just a couple of examples of how to smelt iron and gold. Okay, smelting. Now, thing is, if you use one coal, you will be able to smelt 8 stacked pieces of whatever you're smelting. 8. Make sure they're stacked, alright? Because if they're not all stacked as the one 8, then they're not going to smelt the whole lot. Stacked, you can get about 7 done if you're quick. Now, when I say stacked, I mean that they're not set up like this. They can go on top of each other, and they have a little number there. Okay. Now, as you can see, I just put some coal in the bottom, my ore at the top, and it's now smelting. This can take a little while, so I might just skip to when it's all smelted. Okay, that's all smelted. Now I'm going to go move on to the iron. Iron is smelted exactly the same way as gold, at exactly the same speed. So, yeah, not much difference there. As you can see, fire is starting to burn down. I'm going to have to use something else, and I don't want to use my coal, because let's face it, coal is cool. Okay, so I'm going to put wood there instead. Now, wood will burn, smelt, 1.5 of anything, so long as it's stacked. If it's not stacked, it won't smelt that much. Just put 2 in there for effect. So you can use wood to burn. I reckon that's pretty cool. Not sure what you guys think. Redstone doesn't work. I've tried it. Sadly, it doesn't. Yeah. No. So that is smelting. These are now ingots. If you've got enough of them, you can make a sort of solid block. If this is all iron, it'd come out as a solid 9 iron block. So you just put that there. That's for easier storage, if you end up with too much. Which you will, trust me. Especially after some of the mining techniques I'm going to show you. Well, that's it for this tutorial. I will move on to the next one.